It's Hockey Night in Canada.
Hello, Canadian hockey fans, United States. Bill Hewitt here at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto.
Bonsoir tout le monde, ici René Le Cavalier qui vous souhaite la bienvenue directement du Forum de Montréal.
In each of the 6 NHL cities, Montreal, Chicago, New York, Boston, Toronto, and Detroit, hockey interest is at its height, and the arenas are packed to the rafters. In small communities and in the larger cities across the nation, familiar voices carry the thrills and tensions of the playoffs to the waiting millions.
Makes the save. It bounces over to Kelly, goes down the ice.
Each season is different from the one before. Some heroes fade away and others are born. New records are made and old ones broken. But in professional hockey, one thing is certain. At the end of the season, 2 teams will meet in competition for the fabulous Stanley. The Maple Leafs for almost the full 60 minutes and defeated Toronto by a score of 2-0. Toronto won the second game in Montreal and then on their home ice split the next 2 games with the Canadiens to even up the series. Saturday night, April 4th, the 5th game of the semifinal series. The young and aggressive Montrealers played as though nothing was going to stop them from going on to play either Chicago or Detroit for the Stanley Cup. With the veteran Jean Beliveau on the casualty list, another of the Canadiens' younger players, Bobby Rousseau, came through to score the winning goal. In the meantime, Don McKenney and Andy Bathgate, featured in a late-season trade with the New York Rangers, were playing their best games of the series. McKenney scored both Toronto goals, one of them on an assist from Bathgate. The players of both teams brought to the semifinal series the elements which make hockey one of the most exciting games in the world. The elements of speed, suspense, drama, triumph, and disappointment. At the end of the game, it was 4-2 for the Montreal team, and only 1 game separated them from the finals. But the experienced Maple Leafs were far from beaten. When they went into the 6th game at Maple Leaf Gardens, they knew they had to win or the season was over. The veteran Bobby Baugh made the scoreboard read at the end of the game 3-0 for the Toronto Maple Leafs. So now it was the 7th game, all or nothing at the Montreal Forum. It was a night to remember. Although it was a losing game for the Montreal Canadiens, they more than lived up to the tremendous reputation built through the years of bruising competition with their old rivals, the Toronto Maple Leafs. The red-shirted league champions burst in on Johnny Bower for 18 shots on goal in the final period alone, but Bower kept them out, all but one. For the Leafs, Keon put them in, every one. After only one assist in the entire series, Dave Keon chose the seventh game to score all Toronto goals. The last goal came in the dying seconds when the pressure on the Leafs was at its greatest and when the Montreal net was empty. For the Stanley Cup champions, their victory meant another grueling series with either Detroit or Chicago in defense of the trophy they had held for 2 consecutive years. A series which again was to extend to the 7-game limit for an unprecedented total of 21 playoff games before the Stanley Cup winner was decided. It was handshake time in the A Series, but the 1964 Stanley Cup pattern was being followed in the other semifinal series between Detroit and Chicago. The Red Wings, picked by the experts to end the season well down in the league standings, were refusing to cooperate. One of the most exciting games of the series, and the key one for Chicago, was the fourth, played in Detroit. Billy Ray, disappointed in seeing Chicago miss the league championship by a whisker, was desperately trying to tie up the series against the surging Red Wings, who led 2-1 in games. The Chicago Stars had not performed as expected. Bobby Hull was still bothered by a leg injury. The Art Ross Trophy winner Stan Mikita was in a scoring slump. Pierre Pilote and Ken Warham, who won the Norris and Lady Byng trophies respectively, had yet to hit their best form. But with the collective talents of the players and the inspiration of Coach Billy Ray, the Blackhawks stubbornly pursued their course to the always elusive Stanley Cup. Detroit's Gordie Howe, who earlier in the season had broken the NHL lifetime scoring record with his 545th goal, was still the master, and he proved it time and time again. Terry Sawchuk, who established a new record with his 95th shutout during regular league play, although often plagued by illness, was forced to retire early in the second period and was replaced by Roger Crozier. Despite the unexpected substitution, Crozier performed extremely well behind the Titan defense for almost 2 full periods. At the end of regulation time, the score was tied, 2 goals apiece. And for the first time since 1962, a playoff series game was forced into overtime. The Blackhawks had come from behind twice during the 3 periods and were not to be denied. Shortly after the 8-minute mark of the first overtime period, Murray Balfour, reunited for this game with Bill Hay and Bobby Hull, deflected Stan Mikita's drive. And once again, the series was tied. And so it went, right down to the 7th and deciding game in Chicago on the night of April the 9th. 2 nights before in Detroit, the Red Wings had soundly trounced the Hawks 7-2, and Detroit sensed victory. At the same time, many Red Wing fans remembered that Detroit had won but a single game on Chicago ice during the season, and that was in these very same playoffs. But despite the fact that the brilliant Terry Sawchuk had to retire at the end of the second period, the Red Wings won the deciding game 4-2. The semifinals provided some of the most dazzling hockey of the season, and the best was yet to come. The annual clash between 2 well-matched teams for the Stanley Cup. Describing the play, the well-known television hockey personality, Bill Hewitt.
Here we are at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto, all set for the face-off for the first game in the Stanley Cup Finals between the Detroit Red Wings and the Toronto Maple Leafs, with the Red Wings wearing their white uniforms. All set to go and fund the face-off. Pulford knocks it back to his own blue line where it's picked up there by Eddie Shack. Eddie Shack on the right wing, clears it out to center, goes after it himself. It gets by Pronovo. Shack's got a breakaway. Right in on goal. Oh, and Sawchuk knocked the puck off to the corner. And now it's the Red Wings' turn as Floyd Smith starts down the ice. Up at center, bearing it into the Leaf zone. Bruce McGregor knocked it down. Doug Barkley moves up to pick it up. Number 5, back to McGregor. He shoots, he scores! 13 seconds later, George Armstrong scored, and it was a 1-1 tie in the first period. Now it's the Leafs coming back with Mahovlich getting a chance. Oh, and Sawchuk stopped that. It goes to the corner. Cleared by the Red Wings out and down the ice. Packer McDonald picks it up in the Leaf zone, number 20. Shot it out in front. Bauer deflects it off to the boards. It comes back to Howe. Howe shoots. He scores! Gordie Howe. Detroit 2, Toronto Maple Leafs 1. In the second period, Gordie Howe coming down the ice to center. Up to the Leaf line. He gets right through the defense, can't control it. Bauer knocks it off to the side, then gets a hold of it again and clears it down the ice. In the third period, with the puck at center ice, it's Keon at the blue line. He picks up a quick pass, goes over the blue line, up to the McKinney. McKinney back to Kelly, out in front to Armstrong, the rebound, scored! Maple Leafs tie the score in the third period, and it's a 2-all tie. Now it's the Red Wings when they have a man advantage, clearing the puck into the Leaf zone. It bounces along the boards past McDonald. Ullman, he loses it, and down the ice goes Pulford. He's got a breakaway. Over the blue line, Howe chasing him, getting set, the backhand, he scores! Bob Pulford picks the top right-hand corner. Bob Pulford coming through with the winning goal, with the Leafs playing shorthanded, 6-5. Final score, Toronto Maple Leafs 3, Detroit Red Wings 2. The Maple Leafs lead the Stanley Cup Final Series 1-0. Right now for the second game of the Stanley Cup Finals on Maple Leaf Garden ice, the Leafs are wearing their familiar blue and white uniform. And from the face-off, it's cleared back into the Detroit zone. It's Keon racing after. He overskates the puck, and Bill Gadsby picks it up and shoots it down the ice. Hank Mahavlich's in his own zone, starts the 4-man rush with a shot off the boards, goes after it himself, cuts in the left wing, gets his shot away, and Sawchuk made the save. Back to Bathgate, a drive. And that was stopped by Sawchuk, the rebound out in front, and he goes out and grabs a hold of it and holds it. Stanley's goal at 4:41 of the first period gives the Leafs a 1-0 lead, and the Red Wings on the attack now, cleared into the Leaf zone. Gadsby at the blue line, a shot, and that is wide. It goes to the boards. Bond after. Jeffrey runs into Bond. Ullman gets it back to Langlois. Langlois shot, stopped by Bauer. Ullman over to Jeffrey. Jeffrey goes in behind the goal, centers it back to the blue line. Gadsby a shot, right to Ullman in front. He shoots, he scores! Ullman scores for Detroit, and it's all tied up 1-1. Back for McKinney now. Up to center for the Leafs, over the blue line. A drop pass for Armstrong. Getting set, a backhand. Oh, and Sawchuk made the save. In the second period, the Detroit Red Wings are pressing with Ullman in the corner. He's being chased by Pulford. He flips it right in front of the net. They scoop at it. It goes wide. There's a shot by Packer McDonald. Another drive by Ullman, and Bauer sprawls out to make the save. The Red Wings still pressing. Down the ice comes Joyelle over the blue line. Barkley gets a hold of it. Back to Joyelle. He shoots. He scores! Joyelle makes it 2-1 Detroit. Back for the Red Wings again. Normie Ullman over the blue line. A slap shot. That was stopped by the defense. Another try right in front of the net. It comes out in front of the goal. Packer McDonald goes to the corner. Wraps it around behind the net. Stopped by Stanley. Shot it to the blue line, but not out. Howe lets it go. Smith missed it. Goes behind the net. Trying to center it. He does. It hit a skate. Scores! Detroit now lead by a score of 3-1. In the third period, the Leafs go on the attack. A shot by Horton was stopped by the defense. Another shot. It goes behind the net to Pulford. Pulford trying to center it. Bathgate goes after it. Pulford kicks at it. Eamon gets a chance, and Sawchuk smothered it. Pulford trying to get another shot from in front, and he's chased off by Andre Pronovo, number 15. Face off in the Detroit zone. Cleared to the corner. Frank Mahavlich after it. He gets a backhand away. That's wide. Comes to the blue line. Bond moves up. A pass right in front. Kelly scores! Kelly tipped it in, standing at the edge of the goal crease. Detroit 3, Toronto Maple Leafs 2. Puck is at the blue line. Stewart and Bond trying to get it out. Stewart flips it ahead to Eamon. Eamon goes down with Pulford. Over the line to Pulford. He's in the clear. The backhand. Oh, and he shot it wide. Back for Kelly, and Pulford over the blue line. Into the corner. He lost the puck. Is cleared, but not out. There's a shot by Bathgate. Sawchuk kicks it out. Back to Bathgate again. Shot across the goal mouth into the corner. Comes back to Kelly. Kelly a slap shot. And it's caught by Sawchuk, who holds it lying down on the goal crease. Leafs pressing as Kelly comes to center. A pass over on the wing. Eamon again. He's right in. He's shot it high over top of the net. Bathgate has the puck back at the blue line. He takes a shot. That's knocked down in front. It goes into the corner. Ron Stewart picks it up. Cleared it. It deflects over to Bathgate again. Bathgate gets that cleared of it. Eamon scores! And it's all tied up. 3-3. A deflected shot off Jerry Eamon. Now into overtime. Andre Pronovo has a breakaway right off the bat. He shoots. Oh, and Bauer made the save, and Pronovo went into the net. Detroit still pressing the Maple Leafs in overtime as Gansby gets over the blue line. Leaves it there for Howe. A shot. Bauer stopped it. Scooped into the corner. Another shot, and it knocks Bauer down. He holds it out. Detroit come in over the blue line again. Ullman to Howe. Back to Ullman. Ullman gets control of the puck to Howe again. Right in front to Larry Jeffrey. He shoots. He scores! Larry Jeffrey has won the game for Detroit. Detroit winning in overtime by a score of 4-3. The Stanley Cup Final Series is now tied at 1 game apiece. The Detroit Olympia, Game 3.
A tough team to keep away from that Stanley Cup.
All set for the face-off. Leafs wearing their white uniforms, and from the draw, the Red Wings get the puck into the Maple Leaf zone. Red Wings pressing right off the bat. Here's a shot knocked down by Bauer. Floyd Smith, number 17, in front of the net. Picks it up, he shoots, he scores! And it's 1-0 for Detroit in the early minutes of the first period. Back for Detroit again, over the blue line. Doug Barkley's shot knocked down by Bauer. Bruce McGregor flips it, and he knocks it into the net. And it's 2-0 Detroit. Now it's the Maple Leafs on the attack, moving into Detroit territory. It's up to Bathgate. There's the shot. That's knocked down by Sawchuk. Armstrong a flip. Oh, and Sawchuk kicked it out. Back for the Maple Leafs again. Ron Stewart over the blue line with Mahavlich. A pass over on the right side to Bathgate. Bathgate trying to control it. Centers it in front for Mahavlich. He shoots. Oh, and Sawchuk again makes a great save. Back for the Detroit Red Wings. Into the Leaf zone. Del Vecchio right in front of the net. Floyd Smith shoots. He scores! Detroit 3. Toronto Maple Leafs nothing. In the second period, the Red Wings still on the attack. Marcel Pronovo inside the blue line. He's getting set to get a drive away. There it goes. And it's knocked down by Bauer. It comes right out in front for Howe. Howe trying to get a shot. He turns around, finally shoots, and he shoots wide. And it goes along the boards. Stopped by Barkley, a shot. That's knocked down. It comes right in front to Parker McDonald. He shoots. Stopped by Bauer, and he holds out of it. Now it's the Leafs moving into the Detroit zone. Here's Kelly's shot. That's right in front. Sawchuk made the save. It rebounds back to Andy Bathgate. He's getting set. He shoots. Oh, he scores. He caught the short side. And it's Detroit 3. Toronto Maple Leafs 1. And the Leafs are still putting on the pressure in the second period as they pour into their Detroit zone. It's behind the net. They're trying to center it. Don McKinney goes after it. And Keon. They can't get it in front. It goes to the corner. Armstrong's hit. McKinney picks it up. A flip pass back to Bathgate. There's the shot. Oh, Sawchuk stopped. Another one as Keon is knocked off stride. Now in the third period. It's the Leafs coming over the line. Don McKinney. He's checked. The puck comes back to the blue line. Keon gets the shot. It's stopped. He goes after his own rebound. Right in front. It hits the leg. He scores. Keon makes it 3-2. Less than 2 minutes remaining in regulation time. 3-2 the score. The Leafs pouring into the Detroit zone again. Back to Tim Horton at the blue line. He slaps one. That's knocked down in front. Keon goes after it, overskates it. Tries to get it out in front. He does, right in front of Don McKinney, number 17. He shoots, he scores, and it's all tied up. 3-3. Less than a minute remaining as the Detroit Red Wings now move into the Maple Leaf zone. Led by Gordie Howe with a backhand that's knocked down in front of the net. It goes off to Alan Stanley. Stanley tries to clear it out. Stopped by Marcel Pronovo. Right in front for Gordie Howe. Howe right to Delvecchio. He shoots. He scores! And the Detroit Red Wings have defeated the Toronto Maple Leafs by a score of 4-3. Detroit leads the series now, 2-1. Back at the Olympia for the fourth game of the finals. Set for the face-off at center ice, Alex Delvecchio and Frank Mahavlich. And from the face-off, Red Wings get the draw, but it's cleared back, and Mahavlich picks it up at center ice. He's coming down, a long drive, and Slavchuk makes a great save on the slap shot, and he covers up on the rebound. Back for Detroit now into the Maple Leaf zone. It's into the corner for Ullman. Gets it back to Gadsby. A shot stopped by Bauer. Another shot, and Bauer covers up. Now it's the Leafs moving up with Keon into the Detroit zone with McKinney. A shot goes wide. It comes to Stanley. He's checked. Back to the blue line, a shot. Stopped by side. Keon scores on the rebound. Toronto Maple Leafs 1. Detroit Red Wings no score. In the second period, it's the Leafs again. Keon breaks through the defense. Couldn't control it. Gets it back to Kelly. Back into the corner. Out in front of the net. Armstrong shoots and Slavchuk makes the save. Bruce McGregor has tied the score 1-1. And the Red Wings are on the attack again. Packer McDonald to Howe. There's a shot. Stopped by Bauer. Right in front of the net. And it's cleared to the blue line, but not out. Here's Delvecchio. Howe races after, along with Jeffrey. Ullman to Howe. He shoots, he scores! Gordie Howe has given Detroit the lead, 2-1. Now it's the Leafs moving back into the Detroit zone. George Armstrong has possession. He's partially checked. Gets away from Langlois. Trying to center it. Still has it. Gets it back to Kelly. Right in front of the net. Keon picks up the loose puck. He shoots. He scores! And it's all tied up 2-2. Now it's the Detroit Red Wings moving into Leafs territory. In possession of the puck is Floyd Smith, number 17. He clears it to Barkley. There's a shot. Knocked down by Bauer. Howe flips it. Bauer saves again and scoops it off to the wing. In the third period, Detroit still pressing. Here's a chance for Ullman and Jeffrey. Right in front of Jeffrey. Shoots. Oh, he shot it out behind Bauer, out the other side. And the Leafs come back. Here's Bathgate. He's racing after the puck. He has a breakaway. They're trying to get back. He shoots. He scores. And the Maple Leafs take the lead 3-2. Frank Mahavlich adds another. And the Toronto Maple Leafs defeat the Detroit Red Wings 4-2. Stanley Cup Series is tied at 2 games apiece. Game 5 back at Maple Leaf Gardens in Toronto. From the faceoff, the puck goes back to Bill Gadsby. Over to Marcel Pronovo, ahead to Larry Jeffrey, who was behind him. The Leafs take charge, and it's cleared along the boards. It's a chance for Keon and Armstrong. Armstrong back to Keon in the clear, and it's stopped by Slavchuk and goes to the corner. Now it's Doug Barkley of Detroit down the right wing. A pass at center ice. It goes over to Eddie Joyelle, and he's hit hard by Bob Bond. To Bruce McGregor, right for Donner Pronovo, and that went sliding into the corner off Bauer. The Red Wings keep the puck in the Leaf zone. Bond after it. Alex Delvecchio fights for it with him. He gets it loose. Delvecchio's trying to center it. He does right to Howe. A shot. Oh, Bauer stops it. Rolls down his pad. Howe shoots again. He scores! Gordie Howe scores for Detroit. Detroit 1, Maple Leafs nothing. In the second period, the Red Wings come over the line with Howe. He flips it. Stopped by Pulford. He's got a breakaway. Down he goes at center. Over the blue line. Right in on goal. He shoots, and Sawchuk makes the save. In the third period now, as Bob Pulford with Eamon combining over the line. A shot by Eamon. A stop by Sawchuk. It goes to Ron Stewart, number 12. Right to Eamon again. He shoots. Sawchuk stops that. Now come the Red Wings at center ice. Andre Pronovo drop pass to Joyelle. He shoots. He scores! Eddie Joyelle makes it 2-0 for Detroit. Now it's the Leafs' turn to come over the line. Armstrong, a drop pass to Bathgate to Kelly. A pass to Mahavlich. Shot it right in front. Keon is knocked into the Detroit net. Sawchuk makes the save. A scramble in front of the goal. They pile there, and it's held for a face-off. All set to go to the right of Sawchuk. He comes back to Kelly. Kelly for Mahavlich. Back for Keon. He missed it. Goes back to Mahavlich in the corner. Mahavlich turns. Back to Kelly. Kelly has it. Passes over here to Bathgate. A shot right in front. Armstrong the rebound. He scores! And it's 2-1 Detroit. Seconds remaining in the game. The puck is at center ice. The net is empty for the Maple Leafs using 6 attackers. The puck is loose at center. A race for it. Ullman tips it down the ice. It's sliding. Oh, it just goes wide to the left goal post. And the game is over. Detroit hang on to defeat the Toronto Maple Leafs 2-1. Detroit leads the series 3-2. It's Detroit home ice for the 6th game of the series. A crucial game for Punch'em Black's Maple Leafs. All set for the face-off now, and the puck is cleared back into the Maple Leaf zone, and Alan Stanley goes back for it. Bauer stops it for him. Stanley shoots it along the boards. It goes out to center ice. Cleared to Stanley again at the Detroit blue line. A pass to Eamon. He shoots, and Sawchuk stopped it and stopped another as it went wide of the post. Back into the Maple Leaf zone now for the Red Wings. Larry Jeffrey in the corner. Flipping it out in front to Ullman. He shoots it and hits Bond. He gets the rebound back. Ullman a backhand shot. And that's stopped in front by Bauer and cleared to the wing. And now it's the Maple Leafs on the attack. Stanley inside the blue line. He takes a shot. That goes to Keon in the corner. Keon trying to center it. He does right in front. Harris hit the goal post. And it bounces off to the wing and it's shot down the ice. The Leafs go back for it. Stanley on the attack again, this time with Pulford. He puts him right in the clear. He shoots. He scores! Bob Pulford. Toronto Maple Leafs 1. Detroit Red Wings, no score. Now in the second period, it's the Red Wings' turn as Martin, a long pass in front to Henderson. He's in the clear. He shoots. He scores! On a breakaway. Detroit won. Toronto Maple Leafs won. Martin again over the line. A slap shot. He falls. Bauer makes the save. And Carl Brewer starts down the ice. Away he goes to center ice. A foot pass. Pulford knocks it down with his glove. He's in the clear. He shoots. Oh, and he hit the side of the net. Back into the Leaf zone now for the Red Wings. Near Bauer. Bauer scoops at it. It goes to the side. They're trying to clear it away. Al keeps it in. Here's the shot. Knocked down by Bauer. It slides to the corner. A race for it. Martin and Horton. Horton gets a hold of it. Then he's checked by Martin. McMillan going in behind the net. It's cleared right in front. Oh, it's tipped in the net by Martin. And the Red Wings take the lead. 2-1. Now it's the Red Wings again. McGregor clearing it at center. Stopped by Brewer. Carl Brewer watched. Gets it over the line into the Detroit zone. Ron Stewart right in front. Pulford bangs at it. He scores! And it's all tied up. 2-2. Alex Del Vecchio starts for the Red Wings now with a pass to Bill Gadsby. Up at center to Howe. Howe gets over the line. He's cutting in. He gets set. A backhand. He scores! Gordie Howe picking the corner with a backhand. Detroit 3. Toronto Maple Leafs 2. The Red Wings on the attack again. Gordie Howe leading the rush over the line. And he gets into the corner. Around the net. Joyelle was knocked into the goal. It's still loose. It goes to the boards. Billy Harris completes the scoring. Detroit 3, Maple Leafs 3, forcing the second overtime of the series. And from the draw, it goes back to Horton in the corner. He's watched by Joyelle to Stanley. Along the boards for Eamon. Eamon flipped it to center, intercepted by Marcel Pronovo. Gets it over the line. Joyelle gets set. The slap shot. Bauer had to kick it out. And it goes to center. It's now the Leafs moving on the attack. Up they come to center. Over the line, the puck goes into the corner. Al Langlois after it. He comes back to Bob Bond. He shoots. He scores! Bob Bond shot. Bounced over Sawchuk's shoulder into the corner. And the Maple Leafs have defeated the Detroit Red Wings by a score of 4-3. Stanley Cup Series now tied at 3 games apiece. Toronto, Saturday, April the 25th. The final game of the Stanley Cup Finals played at Maple Leaf Gardens. Ready for the face-off. Ullman gets the draw. Larry Jeffrey goes back, picks it up with the blue line, knocks it off the boards, and it's cleared down into the Maple Leaf zone, and Tim Horton races after it, number 7. He goes behind the net. It goes to the corner. Intercepted by Larry Jeffrey. Coming out in front, a shot, and Bauer makes the save and holds on to it for a face-off. The face-off to the right of Johnny Bauer. Howe gets the draw, clears it back. It bounced out over the blue line. A race for it. Andy Batgate picks it up. He's in the clear. Going in alone. Right in on goal. He shoots. He scores! Maple Leafs 1. Detroit Red Wings 0. In the second period, Detroit Red Wings go on the attack and move into Leaf territory. And it's a pass from Floyd Smith to Normie Ullman. Back out in front to Parker McDonald. Is shot by Howe, stopped by Bauer as Stanley rammed into him. It goes to the boards. Still in possession of Detroit. Floyd Smith right in front to Ullman. Right in front of the net. He shoots. Oh, he hit the goalpost. And it bounces off to the side. Back up the ice for the Maple Leafs. A pass for Stewart right in on goal. And that's stopped by Sawchuk. The Leafs in there again as Carl Brewer lets one go. Sawchuk stops. Keon and the rebound was stopped by Sawchuk again. Now in the third period, up to center ice and down the ice goes Keon over the Detroit line. A backhand pass for Harris. He shoots and Sawchuk makes another save. It's Harris, a pass to Keon, out over his own blue line. One man back, up over the Detroit blue line. Getting set, he shoots, he scores! He caught the bottom left-hand corner. Toronto Maple Leafs leading by a score of 2-0. The Leafs on the attack again. This time it's Stanley with the puck. Over here to Frank Mahavlich on the right wing, over the blue line. Mahavlich stops, gets set, passes it to Kelly. Kelly gets a hold of it, turns around, shoots, he scores with a backhand. Leafs 3, Detroit Red Wings 0. And now with time running out for the Detroit Red Wings, the Leafs leading 4-0. Maple Leaf executive Stafford Smythe and John Bassett eagerly await that final play as the Red Wings roar into the Leaf zone. It's Gordie Howe being hit into the boards. The puck comes up to McMillan. Over to Martin. A shot. Bauer stops it. Howe runs into Bauer, knocks him down, holds on to him. Seconds remaining. The bell goes, and the Toronto Maple Leafs win the Stanley Cup.
It was the longest haul in hockey history. 101 exhibition and league games for the Toronto Maple Leafs. But weary or not, the heat of competition was over. And for a few minutes before the Stanley Cup presentation, the players on both teams showed their friendship and mutual respect. The president of the NHL, Mr. Clarence Campbell.
Ladies and gentlemen, as a climax to this magnificently played, record-breaking series, it is my pleasure and responsibility to present to the winners for the 10th time the Stanley Cup, emblematic of the World Championship. I call on Captain George Armstrong to receive the trophy.
Sid Abel, coach of the amazing Red Wings, exemplifies the spirit and sportsmanship of the National Hockey League.
I want to congratulate Punch and King and, of course, George Armstrong and all the Maple Leafs
It was a terrific series. We give it everything we had. We wanted to win, I'll tell you that, and I'm sorry that we have to come in second best, but we'll be back another year.
And when all 6 teams are back next season, Hockey Night in Canada will have added thousands of new fans and admirers.